Hi homeschoolers, it's me Jazz again from Hidden Library Homeschool, and I'm back with another video. In this video I wanted to do the homeschool tag that Jazz and McGee from McGees in the Morning started with Homeschool Favorites. And first I wanted to apologize for not getting to this as quickly as I said I would. I really had every intention of doing this pretty quickly. I said I was going to do it I think within a couple of days, but we've been dealing with a new medical condition with one of the kids, and that's kind of taken up a lot of my mommy headspace and worry. Just dealing with doctors and testing and medicine and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. I might get into it just a little bit more in our update, but probably not too much since, you know, it's a little kid and we're still trying to figure out the whole thing. But my kids up until now have pretty much been the picture of health, so it's very new to us to have something to worry about that could be a serious medical condition, but we've, I think, got it under control now, and hopefully I'll be able to have the headspace to make more videos and things like that, because everything else has kind of gone to the wayside, like YouTube, my house. So now I'm trying to get back into everything. So to get back into this video, this tag was started with Jazz and McGee from McGees in the Morning. She started this for our homeschool favorites, and I'm looking down here because I have notes on I think about 10 things that she wanted us to go over as our homeschool favorites. And just like her, our homeschool favorite for our curriculum is our math curriculum, except we use RightStart Math. And I've shown this before in all of my other curriculum hauls. We've been using RightStart since my oldest son, Tony, was about 3.5 years old. He's now 8. We've loved this program. There's lots of games. We use the abacus, lots of manipulatives and things for them to touch, which is really helpful, I saw, with the younger kids, because they want to have their hands on everything. And they're allowed to do that with this because it's helping them with their math. And they're able to move around so much, and it's not a thing where they just sit down at the with the workbook. Like, this one's really small for kindergarten, and they don't have to just sit down and just do math on the paper. They're moving around, they're playing games, and it's a lot of fun for them. I really like this program also because my oldest son Tony, I think he already just has a math mind, but this has really helped him develop his math mind. And I can see the difference on how he sees math and how I see math. He thinks it's a very fun thing. I'm not so much. Still not my favorite subject, but I love how this has made math fun for him. He sees math everywhere. He hears something and he makes it into a math problem. Even a couple of weeks ago, my kids were watching Beauty and the Beast. And Gaston is singing a song saying every morning he has 5 dozen eggs. Me, I don't have a math mind, so if I hear 5 dozen, I think 5 cartons. You can ask me how many is that, I'll give you the answer, but unless I'm asked, it doesn't occur to me to give you an answer on how many eggs individually there are, because my mind just doesn't, work in that math way. My son, he hears 5 dozen, he automatically thinks, here's a math problem, I need to solve it, 60, and he blurts that out while they're watching the movie in the living room. So I just like that he sees math as something that is fun, which has really helped because of this program. The second thing was our favorite supplements. And our favorite supplements this year are new for this year, and I have one for each of my older 2 kids. For Tony, our new favorite supplements are these Flash Kids workbooks from Harcourt Family Learning. We have math skills, language arts, and spelling skills. And I like these because they're comprehensive supplements. We already have programs, like we already have, a math program, but he also uses this math skills workbook. I like that he can be working on, say, area within math, and I can still have him working on maybe fractions or, things like that within this book. And there aren't too many problems on most of them. Some have a little bit more problems, but you don't have to have the kid do the whole page in a day. But I also like that they make things very clear for the kids. He can read this and understand this on his own, and then do the couple of problems on this side. So we just use this to reinforce any topics he doesn't have, solid, or to just kind of review when we're working on one thing and he can be working on something else. For our favorite school supplies, I actually have 2 favorite school supplies. My first favorite school supply are these little flags, and it comes with a long, thing of different colors. When I got these from the Dollar Tree, but my 3-year-old got to them, so they're all over the place. But these little flags from the Dollar Tree, I like these because I do write in Tony's notebook, do page 5 in this book. But he'll sit there and be like, I can't find it. So he could, you know, actually go and find page 5, but it's really helpful to just have one of these sticky notes and put these on here, and he can just easily flip to that page, and I don't have any issues with him saying he can't find things that are easy to find just because he doesn't want to get into stuff. My second my other favorite homeschool supply are these Ticonderoga pencils. We have a couple of different kinds. And when I saw World's Greatest Pencil, I really thought that was just a marketing thing. I didn't realize that they really are good pencils. They do sharpen really well, and I like that they have different sizes. So this is the one that Clark is using right now. This is a Ticonderoga. This is a big, chunky, triangular pencil. And like I said, I don't have him do too much writing since he's only in kindergarten. But when he does have things to write, or he just wants to write something just like his older brother, he uses this pencil. In about first grade, I have them use this pencil. These are the Tri-Write, and these are regular size, but they're also in a triangle. My son Tony right now is using just a regular pencil. I just happen to pick black because I wanted to easily be able to just pick these up when they're in their pencil holder. And then he also uses this red one, and I picked these up because let's see a good example. And this is the spelling workbook, and they have proofreading practice throughout this book. And he likes to just be able to use the red pencil, and he like a teacher, and be able to find all the mistakes in here and circle them. And it's a lot clearer when the writing is black and then the pencil is red. So he likes using that pencil for that. For our favorite books, I have a book for each year that we've been homeschooling, so I couldn't just pick one. For kindergarten, our favorite book was Anne of Green Gables, and this, it's a classic, something I've loved since I was a kid. My kids really like listening to the audiobook when he was doing kindergarten, and he's seen the video. They also saw some of the cartoons. I don't remember what channel that was on, but they've seen different types of Anne of Green Gables things, and this has just been something that we've loved for a couple of years now. For first grade, our favorite book was The Incorrigible Children of Ashton Place, The Mysterious Howling, and this book is hilarious. I've talked about this before in one of my hauls. We love this book, but the audio was just, my kids were cracking up the whole time. This is definitely a book where you can read it, but the audio brings it over the top. My kids really love this book. And our book last year for second grade was, of course, the BFG. Everybody loved this last year when the movie came out. My kids really enjoyed the audiobook, and they loved the movie too. So that's one thing that I think was also why these were favorites of mine, because all of these I found audiobooks that were not only that it was an audiobook that I didn't have to read the book out loud and save my voice, but it also the audio versions that we had were very enjoyable and had a nice, pleasant voice, and someone that brought the books alive, so that really helped the kids to enjoy these different books. For my favorite planner, I DIY my planner every year. It's another thing I've been meaning to do a video about. Need to get into this, but I like just being able to tweak it to how I need things to be. Every year I tweak my planning pages just a little bit, sometimes 2 or 3 times within the year, depending on subjects we add. Excuse me. Anything that I need to change, and I like just having it exactly how I need it. And I mean, if it's a page, if someone needs something like, attendance or something, that I think you can get something a little bit more generic. But for the actual planning pages, it's nice to have it exactly how I need it with the subjects I need. I don't have extra things. I don't have things that are missing. I can do it exactly the way I need it to be. Sorry. For our favorite game, it's also a RightStart game, and this is one of the games that we've been playing for a couple of years now, and this is Corners. These are little cards, and there are blue, red, black, and green numbers, and then you add them together to try to get, let's see if of course I'm not going to be able to find it here. Okay, something like this. The easiest way to do this game is you try to find 5, 10, 15, 20, and then you add up your score, and whoever gets the highest score wins the game. So they may have blue here of 8, and then 2, and then they make 10, so now they have 10 points. So that's the easiest way to play it, but my son really likes doing this and trying to beat me at the game. There's many different ways, depending on what skill you're doing, but that's something that we've loved for a while now. Sorry, for our favorite website is actually code.org. My son has been using it for the past year or two, and I like that it's free. I like that it is something that I don't have to, I'm not a tech type of person, so that's not really something that I would feel confident teaching my son, but I like that the graphics are pretty good, because I see some free websites and the graphics are kind of like not so fun. The kids might not get into it, but it's something that, even though it is a free resource, it is a very good resource, and a resource that my son he asked to do it, so it's using STEM skills, so that's something that he likes to do too. For our favorite app is a Reading Rainbow app. Actually, I changed the name a couple of times. I think now it's called Skybrary. I will link it below. But it is a library app. And I like Skybrary because I do let my kids get books from the library, but we keep them in the car. They're more for when we're in waiting rooms, when we're out and about. If I had my younger kids bring books in the house right now, they would be ripped, they would be lost, they would be water damage, all these different types of things. And while the app is about $50 a year, it's probably a lot less than I would be spending to buy new books that have been destroyed, or paying for fines when books are lost throughout the house. So it may seem a little bit expensive to pay $50 for an app, but I think it's actually saving me a little bit of money with the younger kids. I like that the kids, you can get 3 kids on there, and so since I have 3, that works out for me. If you have more, I don't know if you can add more or if you just have to buy another subscription, but they each have a backpack that they can get 5 books on. If they want to get another book, they just return one and then get another one from the Sky Library on there. But there's different games for them to play. There's excuse me. There's different games for them to play. There's video clips with LeVar Burton, and a lot of the books are actually read by LeVar Burton, and we use the app a lot when my older son was doing kindergarten and doing cultures and continents, and since he wasn't reading, he was reading, but he wasn't, reading, he couldn't read all the books that were on there. I like that I could put a book in his backpack that had to do whatever country we were doing with, and it could read the book to him, and a lot of the books are read by LeVar. Did I just say that? Sorry. I'm getting I can't think if I thought that or if I said that, but but a lot of the books are read by LeVar Burton, and which is nice because he's a very friendly person to listen to, a very friendly voice to listen to. And my sons have seen some of the other Reading Rainbow videos, so they're already familiar with him, and they like that. So I will link that below, and it's definitely something to check out. Hearing screaming coming from that way, but it sounds like friendly playing screaming, so hopefully everybody's still alive. For our favorite TV show, we have loved for the past couple of years Signing Time. And I don't have too many of the DVD packages, but this is just one of them. We have I think all of them except maybe 1 or 2, like the holiday one and like the potty one and stuff. But we've loved these, and I really liked that it felt like preschool on TV, just the regular Series 1 and Series 2. But I didn't realize they could top themselves when they actually came out with Rachel and the Tree Schoolers, and this is the same person, Rachel Coleman, but this is actually more geared towards the preschoolers, and my kids love this. There's only 9 in this now, and I really hope they come out with more, but I like that. Just like I was showing before in the Smart Start books, when my older son is going over, say, plants or trees, I can have him do that page in that book, but there is also a DVD about that. And there's some signs in there. They're teaching lots of different math and social studies concepts in here, and my sons really enjoy these. She has the kids getting up, and she's singing, and my kids like to jump up and sing with her, and they are later on singing the songs. My son will just be singing, photosynthesis. Sorry, I'm not a singer, but he likes to just be singing the songs, and he'll talk to me about all of the things that they've learned from there. And this has Rainy Day, so it's about weather, plants and flowers, incredible insects, awesome animals, amazing human body, happy healthy me, scientific reasoning, extraordinary Earth, and our solar system. So Signing Time is a big favorite in our house. And lastly, my favorite YouTubers. So these are people that I'm also going to be tagging. My favorite YouTubers are Hanna from Pepper and Pine. I really like her because she, to me, is like the homeschool version of like DIY channel or Food Network or like HGTV. Lots of projects, lots of fun things you like watching someone else to do, but I personally probably wouldn't do them. She's a lot more creative than I am, but I like watching her do that. Just like, say, if I was watching HGTV, it's fun to watch the people, you know, knock out their kitchen and come up with a new thing and put all the tiles there and new cabinets and all that kind of stuff. And it's fun to watch the end results, but I'm at the end thinking, who can I pay to do that for me? So it's the same type of thing when I'm watching Hanna from Pepper and Pine. Lots of fun projects that she's doing, lots of things, but I'm always thinking, where can I buy that? So I really like her. She's a very enjoyable person to watch and has always sucks me into her videos. And another person that I like is Emily from Arrrgh Schooling. I really like Emily because she's another secular homeschooler. We're, I guess, more neutral in our homeschooling, but she's a secular homeschooler, and I like to see that representation also within the homeschool community. She has lots of books in her book hauls, and not only books for the homeschool, for homeschooling, but also books for that she's reading as an adult. So that is fun to watch her videos and see what she's doing and kind of just having that other perspective within homeschool. I think I had another person here, but I didn't write it down, so I'm sorry. Can't think off the top of my head who else it was. So that is all for this video. And like I said, this homeschool tag was started with getting tongue-tied. Was started with Jasmine McGee from McGhees in the morning, our homeschool favorites, and I will link down below all of my homeschool favorites and also try to have this tagged or added to the playlist, however that is done. Like I said, I'm not techie, which is why I have my son do website for his kind of tech type of stuff, because that's just not me. But thanks for watching this video from Hidden Library Homeschool. Please like, comment, and subscribe below. Bye.